Drug abuse is both a global health and social problem, with distinct conditions that vary from place to place. While drug or substance use disorder is a pattern of symptoms resulting from the use of drugs, despite the clear problems associated with using them. The continuous use of psychoactive substances such as cocaine, marijuana, codeine, tramadol among adolescents and youth have become a public concern worldwide because they potentially cause harm to those consuming them. Drug abuse, including drug addiction and trafficking, have a universal ramification that transverses socio-economic, religious, cultural, and ethnic boundaries. The Nigerian government and the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Ndlea, through policies have tried to stem its tide in the country. But despite these efforts, there has been a consistent rise in the number of cases, especially among the youth. During adolescence, experimentation with drug is quite common in Nigeria because at this age, these young people desire to explore due to curiosity, pressure from peers, and to relieve stress. The use of gateway drugs such as alcohol and tobacco from an early age increases the risk of using other hard drugs later. A consultant psychiatrist, Dr. Adeola Ajayi, decried the growing number of youth doing drugs in Nigeria, raising concern about the future of the country. She noted that some adolescents may experiment with drugs and stop or continue to use them occasionally without having negative complications, while others develop an addiction that makes them susceptible to other dangerous drugs and cause significant harm to themselves and possibly family and community members.
It is a worrisome situation, and I think the government, parents, schools, individual, we need to come out and fight against this substance abuse. The Department of Mental Health in Osun Teaching Hospital, we go to schools to educate students about this. We go to universities, especially when they have their orientation program in 100 level. We go to them because we see almost virtually all universities they're having this problem. Not only university, even secondary school. Substance abuse has become has become a problematic issue for us. If you go to our ward now, 80% of our people on admission are admitted based on substance abuse.
Reports say Nigeria ranks among the highest users of dangerous drugs such as alcohol, tobacco, cannabis, among others, when compared with other developing countries of the world. This situation may not be unconnected with the fact that drug traffickers usually use Nigeria as a conduit to transport drugs from South Asia and South America to Europe and North America. Almost all types of psychoactive substances are available in Nigeria. Drug abuse is a serious issue and a major public health problem seen as an aggravating factor for economic crisis, insecurity, among other societal challenges. When the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency was established in 1989, it was empowered through legislation to be responsible for preventing illicit cultivation, production, manufacture, trafficking, and abuse of drugs. The agency has been having a lot of breakthroughs in achieving its constitutional mandate. It has confiscated and destroyed drugs worth billions of dollars, arrested drug barons, and recovered substances from drug peddlers. Chairman and Chief Executive of Ndlea, Mohammed Buba has consistently and continually assured Nigerians of the determination of the agency towards ridding the country of illicit drugs.
It's in serious crisis in terms of criminalization everywhere. It's either the insurgents or the bandits or the kidnappers or the assassins. Crime everywhere. And behind it all is the issue of the use of drugs.
One of the breakthroughs recorded by the agency was the arrest of a billionaire drug baron at the Victoria Garden City in Lagos, where no less than 13,451,466 pills of tramadol, worth 8,860 million naira in street value, were recovered by the operatives of the Ndlea. The agency has also made leadways in the arrest of quite a number of drug peddlers and destroyed several illicit drugs worth billions of naira. The chairman and chief executive of Ndlea, Buba Marwa, gave a sound warning to drug barons and cartels that there is no hiding place for them anymore because the agency will remain on their trail and always get them.
I take the opportunity to urge the barons
and the cartels, that they should come back to their sanity and seek alternative businesses, because at the end of the day, it will end up there. They must be aware that the long arms of the NDLEA will get them eventually.
Similarly, the sector commandant of Oshu Ndlea, Mr. Yomade Ogunbiyi, noted that the abuse of drugs have done more harm to the psyche of the youth, most especially in fueling insurgency and other criminal acts, adding that the behaviors associated with drug abuse predispose the abusers to crimes and contagious diseases, including HIV and AIDS.
A lot of these terrorist acts has drug use undertone, and the more drug that is being taken away from the market, a lot of success will be recorded. If you recall, about 3 or 4 months ago, our chairman spoke about some insurgents asking for drug in exchange for hostage release.
He called on parents, teachers, religious leaders, and the society at large to be alive to their responsibilities of protecting the younger generation from substance abuse.
The family is the first point that the children know. They know their parents more. So they look up to their parents as their role models. So the behavior of the parents will definitely influence that of the child. Because of economic hardship, a lot of parents don't have time for their children and their world. And so it's always a very, very disturbing trend.
He maintained that putting a stop to substance abuse is a collective responsibility which must be done for the betterment of the society. Oluchi Amuda, OSBC News.